Hello Year 10 and welcome to our penultimate video lesson of the term. This term we've been looking at music videos. We've looked at Katy Perry's Roar video and we've looked at Pharrell Williams' Freedom video. We've also looked at Katy Perry's Instagram and Twitter accounts, and today we're going to be looking more at Pharrell Williams' online presence, his website, his social media following, that kind of thing. Our big question is, now we know who the audience are, and we did that last lesson, how do the producers of Pharrell Williams' product target them successfully? And we're thinking about Pharrell Williams not as an artist but as a business, and how he uses, and his record company uses, music videos, but also online resources such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, websites, that kind of thing, to target specific audiences and to target them specifically. And we're thinking about what ways can they use media to sell him as a product. Okay, so we're not thinking about Pharrell Williams as an artist. He is an artist, but actually his art is sold as a product by the record company. Okay, that's really a key bit of understanding that you need when looking at the music videos and the online presence of these artists, is that they're not really an artist in this sense. They are a product. They're being sold to an audience, and we as music fans are the potential audience. Okay, so last lesson I set you off on, just at the end of the lesson I showed you this image and I asked, what does this Instagram post say to Pharrell's audience? What does it tell us about Pharrell's audience? But also, and another key question, what does it tell us about the audience themselves? Okay, we've got this image of Pharrell Williams clearly kind of modeling particular clothes. He's next to a stupidly skinny model, and they're wearing this t-shirt and tartan jeans combo, which you would never see me wear. But he's a very clearly a fashion conscious person, so we need to think about, what does this Instagram post say to Pharrell Williams' audience? Well, it tells us that he's an opinion or a style leader. So make sure that you're in your notes, you're adding to your notes all the time, and you're making notes on this. Okay. Through Pharrell Williams' use of social media, we can see he's leading trends in fashion, and he's directly advertising brands, okay, and fashion styles to his followers. So he knows that his followers look at him and go, what clothes is he wearing? What kind of style does he have? How can I follow that? How can I be more like Pharrell? By following this, fans may be able to experience identification with the style of their celebrity interest. Okay, and if you're thinking about the uses and gratifications model and the use of gratifications theory, then identifying with this particular artist or celebrity interest kind of fits that identification or personal identity aspect or strand of uses and grats. Okay, so it's really very important that we see Pharrell Williams as a style leader. He knows now that when he wears a particular item or a particular designer or has a particular style, that people, and his fans in particular, will try and emulate them. And not only does he know that, but the fashion brands and the fashion houses know that also. So if Pharrell Williams is photographed wearing a particular outfit, it is very, very likely that the fashion company has asked him to wear that. Okay, it's very likely that he has been paid possibly to do that. He is an opinion or style leader. He's an influencer, okay, for high-end fashion. We also, now let's look at this particular Instagram post. Okay, this was from a few years ago. This was from the One Love This image was taken from the One Love concert, which happened in Manchester. This happened soon after the bombing in Manchester of the Ariana Grande concert, and the whole event that Pharrell Williams played was the One Love concert, which showed resilience against terrorism, and Ariana Grande wanted to show that resilience by playing and having loads of celebrities play. So you can see Miley Cyrus is there, Pharrell Williams obviously, Ariana Grande obviously, I think Coldplay played as well. So there's lots and lots of different bands played at this concert to kind of bring the world together and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, and you can see here that Pharrell says, "Manchester, you are an inspiration. Thank you." And he's atted in Ariana Grande for bringing the world together. Thank you, Ariana Grande, for bringing the world together last night. Hashtag One Love Manchester. So why has he done this? Well, it says to Pharrell Williams' audience that he's friends with celebrities. It also gives a sense of collaboration. So Ariana Grande's followers will have seen this because he's added her in. Anyone who was at the concert or is following the hashtag One Love Manchester will have seen that. We've got other hashtags set by commenters, bringing the world together. We've got cute, love you, amen. Okay, and it was a clearly very popular post. It had 251,000 likes on that day. Okay, so it says a lot about Pharrell Williams' audience, okay? It says that Pharrell Williams is a caring person, okay? Pharrell is very good at marketing himself as a kind and socially conscious individual. That word comes up again. I mentioned that last lesson. He is socially conscious. He cares about the issues around the world. Ariana Grande, by congratulating Ariana Grande, he's seen as a kind and supportive person, and the event itself shows that he's charitable. Okay, so we've looked at this Instagram quote, Instagram post. You should have updated your notes there, but now I would like you to update your notes to show the information that he's a caring person, and you can use this example of his Instagram feed to highlight that, to be evidence of that. Can you please stop the video now and make sure that your notes are up to date about him being an opinion and a style leader, but also about him being a caring person. Stop the video, do that now, please. Okay, so you should have done that. Okay, so we are now going to go into a media theory now called the hypodermic needle theory. Okay, your big question is, what is meant by the hypodermic needle theory or the hypodermic needle model? What I would like you guys to do is I would like you to stop this video. There's a link on the PowerPoint, but also on the Show My Homework assignment from a website called Lesson Bucket, which is all about the hypodermic needle theory. And I would like you to watch that video and make notes on what is meant by the hypodermic needle model. Okay, stop this video and do that now, please. Okay, you should have watched this video now, and you should have notes on the hypodermic needle theory. Your notes should show that it was developed in the 1920s and 30s. It was actually one of the first proper media studies theory that was developed. It's a linear communication theory that suggests that we are passive audiences. Okay, that we just take in the media that we are given, and there's no feedback. We have no individual difference. Every audience member is the same, and we use the media in the same way. Okay. Since then, audiences have been identified as actually passive or active. Okay. And with the dawn of the internet and the use of the internet and social media in particular, we are more and more involved with the media products and the brands that we are being sold. Okay. We are active audiences. We get involved with media products and brands. A passive audience just consumes product and could have their beliefs or behavior affected, but they do not do anything with the texts. Okay, and I would like you to answer the question. We have two types of audiences, active and passive. I would like you to answer this question. What kind of audience do you think Pharrell Williams has? And why does this work well for him? Okay, so of active or passive audiences, what do you think? What kind of audience do you think Pharrell Williams has? Have a think about what I've just gone through with his social media. Have a think about what we have talked about in previous lessons about his audience, and answer these two questions in full sentences now, please. Pause the video and do that now, please. Okay, so we're going to move on. They are active. They are so very active. Okay, so if you have got written that they are a passive audience, Pharrell Williams audience are a passive audience, that is a wrong answer. Very seldom do I say that, but the Pharrell Williams audience are active. They actively engage via social and digital media, and this allows them to show their allegiance with the star. It allows them to connect with Pharrell Williams in a way that previously, before social media, before the internet, you weren't able to do, other than going to gigs or writing fan mail, that kind of thing. Okay. And this is especially true with the socially conscious or charitable aspects of Pharrell Williams' output. Okay, as Pharrell Williams fans, we connect with him when he's trying to be socially conscious, and he knows that he's got a platform of hundreds and thousands, maybe even millions of followers, and so he uses that platform to put across the issues and the messages that he wants to talk about. Okay? Can you make sure that your notes are updated to show this information, please? Pause the video and do that now. Okay, so we're going to move on now. We're going to try and answer this 10-mark exam style question. Okay? Your question is, do music artists have power to change the views of their audience? You should refer to uses and gratifications theory and the freedom video in your answer. Okay, it's a 10-mark answer. Okay, so the exam style question is this. I would like you to attempt it, and I would like you to have a look at this. This is the mark scheme. So to get into the top band, 9 or 10 marks out of 10, you should be showing excellent detail and accurate knowledge and understanding of audience, thorough use of the set product, so the video, to support the points made, and highly appropriate use of subject-specific terminology. And here we're talking about the use of uses and gratifications and the strands of uses and grats that you can be talking about. Quick note, you don't need to talk about all of the 4 strands of uses and gratifications theory to reach this point. You can look at 1 or 2 and look at them in detail. And then you've got 7 to 8 marks, good knowledge and understanding of the importance of the audience, good and secure use of the set product to support points made, and appropriate use of subject terminology. And then in band 3, satisfactory, generally accurate use of knowledge, satisfactory, generally appropriate use of the set product, generally appropriate use of subject-specific terminology. Then lower down the marks, and I'm sure that nobody here is aiming for this, but if you're getting 3 or 4 marks out of 10, you're showing a real basic knowledge of the audience, basic use of set product, basic use of subject terminology. And if you're really low down at the bottom with your marks, you're showing a minimal knowledge of audience and minimal, if any, use of set product to support. Okay, so this is the mark scheme. So you're probably thinking, right, well, what am I going to write? Well, there's some indicative content here that you could be writing about. Responses are likely to agree with the statement, okay? I know the statement says, do music artists have the power to change the views of their audience? If you say no, you're kind of missing the point. So you're likely to agree and say yes with the statement. You're also likely to talk about music videos giving entertainment to the audience as a primary purpose. Remember, we're looking at user gratifications, and entertainment or diversion is one of the strands there. This is done through the variety of settings and characters shown in an aesthetically pleasing style. It's good, it's fun to look at, okay? In the case of Freedom, there's a clear social message that's being put to the audience as well. The long shots show slavery-like conditions, show that those in backbreaking work or grey, monotonous factory conditions. These appear even more contrasted when set against more joyful parts of the video. It could provide education to the audience about different cultures and important issues in the world. It may also be a catalyst for social interaction, to reaction to these issues. When made available online, this opportunity is given even further developed by the use of comment sections and social media. So remember that social interaction strand of use and gratifications can be brought in when we're looking at comment sections on YouTube, or if it's posted on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, there's that comment section. And then through Pharrell Williams' use of social media, we can see that he's leading trends in fashion and directly advertising brands and fashion styles to his followers. By following his fans, by following this, fans may be able to experience identification with the style of their celebrity interest. So if you really don't know what to write, this can help, but I want you to beef up your answers through that. That's all from me, folks. You should spend about 15 minutes now answering that exam style question, and I'm going to be looking at that work as and when we are back in class, okay? It was so good today. It was today that I held the last of our Zoom videos on the coursework. I hope everybody now knows exactly what they're supposed to be doing over the summer in terms of their research. If you don't, please email me or make a comment on Teams or comment on Show My Homework. Please don't sit in silence if you don't know what you're doing. It's very important that we are interacting with each other over the summer about this coursework. If you leave a message, I will endeavour to get back to you as soon as I see it. Okay? I hope you're all well and you're staying safe, and I will see you for our very last lesson on Friday. Cheery bye.